morning, football fans, and welcome to 3 and Out right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Here we go, guys. Bowl season is among us. Today, we have one of the most historic games in all of football. And I mean all of football. Doesn't matter what league, doesn't matter what conference, doesn't matter what division. The Army-Navy game is one of the coolest games you will ever see. So get ready for that today. Now we're going to talk all about that, a little bit of the history, a little bit of the series, and all that good stuff. So awesome. Excited to watch that thing coming up in just a few hours, 5 hours to be exact. Also, today we got plenty more, man. So much to get into in the football world because we have some championships to talk about. First things first, there's a championship going on tonight in SoCal. And if you're a high school fan, well, this is the game you've been waiting for, man. That state championship, the Open State Championship. We have the historic De La Salle, as you know, team from up north that, if you've ever seen that movie, When the Game Stands Tall, I think you know a thing or two about De La Salle on the streak. It's been about 20 years now since the streak, but De La Salle is still carrying on that strong pass with them because they're still playing extremely well. And Carson Palmer, first-year coach, first championship. I mean, you gotta love it, right? Carson Palmer and his Santa Margarita team heading up, well, taking on De La Salle at Saddleback College. Speaking of Saddleback, they're not playing in the championship. Darn. But, you know who is? The team that beat them last week. Golden West is going head-to-head with San Mateo for all the marbles in California in the 3C2A. Coming up this Wednesday, Hutchinson, Iowa Western. We talked about it already. You know that's going down. Coming up in the NCAA. Also, we're getting down to the semifinals. Very ending here of the Division 3, Division 2, and the NAIA bracket. FCS getting close as well. We got a whole bunch of bowl games to talk about in D1. And of course, how could we not make our NFL picks for Week 15? All kinds of goodies going on today, you guys. And again, like I said, bowl season starts today. We've got an FCS Celebration Bowl going on. It's going to be a celebration of football right here on 3 and Out. IE Sports Radio, your direct for all guys do it. And welcome, all you diehard football fans out there. Good morning to you all. Good morning. Hopefully all of you are having a wonderful morning. It is a beautiful day, December 13th, 2025. Can you believe we are kissing 2025 goodbye? I mean, it's as real as it gets, right? We are at the very end of this year, and goodbye to yet another good one because this is a fun year, and hello to another one that we hope is a fun one. So 2026, and how do we do that? Well, we go ahead and love our football and run on in. Love Jesus, love football. That's your life. You're good. So, well, love Jesus, love your family, love football. So there you go. But with that said, guys, we are going to jump on in to a whole bunch of stuff today, man. I'm telling you, we got a lot. And I'm excited because when we talk about Max Preps in a little bit, I mean, even though I still believe that Bishop Gorman should be number one, kind of cool to see like a Georgia championship, but at the same exact time, a overall decider. Because now the question is Carrollton taking on Buford, two Georgia Giants. Whoever wins will they be the national champ? You know what I mean? Like, so now we have some crazy. Will Bishop Gorman actually jump up there? I mean, we'll see. These rankings have been crazy. But to do all of that with, man, to bring aboard, of course, the one, the only, the host of our volleyball show here on IE Sports Radio. Set Point Monday evenings. Dude is getting down, man. This tournament is getting down to the end. Well, not now, yeah, but it's really fun. This tournament is getting really heated. So check out all things volleyball with our boy, Mr. Teran Rodriguez, of course. And check out this show. He's a co-host of this show, IE Sports Radio Hall of Famer. And of course, our SoCal insider, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Teran Rodriguez. Good morning to you, sir.
Hey, Larry B. Thank you for having me on. I'm ready to talk some football. It's going to be a good one. It's Championship Saturday for some of these teams.
Yes, it is, man. This is exciting, isn't it? Don't you love this time of year?
Mm-hmm.
And Darren and I have been going since, the first week of August, I think. So
yeah.
And I mean, we're down to this part. It's been a fun season, man, talking all this football all year long. It's been a lot of fun, man. So with that, always got to ask, how was your week, Darren?
It was pretty good. I'm not going to lie. It was decent. On Monday, obviously, there was a nice little event that I had. I got some good news there. But other than that, it's been pretty solid. Watching most of the NCAA women's volleyball tournament, but I think we know what happened on Monday.
Yeah, crazy it is. I'm telling you, you gotta love people. I'm telling you, that's what I'm telling everybody. You gotta get into this, man. Volleyball is an awesome sport, man.
Absolutely, yes. We're now in the Elite Eight or the regional finals, which starts today. It'll be Kentucky Pitt, and then also, not Kentucky Pitt, Kentucky Creighton, and then Pitt Purdue.
Gonna be fun. I'm telling you guys, if you guys want, you want this show but volleyball version, you look no further. This man over here has got you covered. Monday evenings, he's doing his thing. So glad to have him aboard, man. He's been doing an amazing job for years. So this guy's over 300 episodes, and he's just rolling. So loving it. Really excited, man, for the future of the show, and keep grinding. So with that said, you guys, like I said, we got a ton of football to get into. Take ourselves a quick break. Got to grab the coffee. Give us like a minute or two. Take ourselves a quick break. Check out our sponsors. Check out all the goodies. And then guess what? We are on to tons of football. You are watching. That's right, baby. You are watching 3 and Out right here on IE Sports Radio. Your direct feed for all that is sports. We'll be right back after. Wait. After this. For the last 10 years, IE Sports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at IE Sports Radio on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to keep up with the latest in sports and with all of our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website at iesportsradio.com. At iesportsradio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and check out all of our show pages with personal bios to learn a little bit more about each of our awesome hosts. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the iSports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop, including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeves, hoodies, and more. For now over a decade here at IE Sports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and we thank you all for your support and for making IE Sports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports.
IE Sports Radio fans, this show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm, single A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
Welcome back to 3 and Out right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. I got my coffee. So I am a happy person. I don't know how Teran doesn't do it. Teran's like, I don't drink coffee. I'm like, Teran's just one of those people. And don't get me wrong, I'm a self-starter. I think it's just the taste. I think I'm going to admit something on air, Teran. I think it's the taste, because I don't need coffee. I wake up like this, kind of crazy, and my wife's like, oh my gosh, you're crazy. And then I drink coffee, and she's like, oh my gosh, you're crazier. It's kind of like that. My students say the same thing. My students are like, Mr. B, you don't need any coffee. I'm like, I know, it's weird. And then I drink more coffee, and they're like, oh my gosh, like, yeah, like, you know. But anyway, Teran, coffee's delicious. Got my CBU Lancer cup, Lance up. But with that said, Teran, make sure everybody check out. We gotta get some. I'm down to promote some CBU stuff on here. I don't even care. I love my CBU. But with that said, check out our awesome sponsor at Planet Jerky. I'm happy. Some of y'all are getting bags out there. I see you. Do us a favor, man. Show us some love. Go check out Planet Jerky, man. The jerky gets on a whole other planet. They do an amazing job with some great jerky. And of course, they help us out here at iSports Radio. So we really appreciate them, man. Go show them some love. Go grab you a bag now. Check them on Instagram. Follow them all over the place. You know the deal. And of course, man, as you saw right now, check us out all over the place. TikTok, X, YouTube, Instagram, and of course, website will be coming back very soon. But how soon, Teran? I don't know. Maybe there'll be some surprises coming up very soon. So with that, man, I'm excited. Looking forward to talking all kinds of football. Appreciate you guys coming on up here in the chat. Thank you very much. It was Brian Fancione, great dude, man. Thank you, sure, for popping in, man. Hopefully you guys will all stay because this is going to be a fun show. So let's get to it, man. Let's get to it and have ourselves some fun and talk about the game we love so much. So no Maction this week, Teran. The Maction is over. No early football. But we did have, obviously, we ended on Sunday night. We did have a preview of good old Sunday night, right, Teran? Sunday night and Monday night football. And of course, we had our little preview of Thursday night football, which we gave our brief thoughts on that. So, Teran, we're going to go ahead and do our usual backtrack to the last game. And, we're starting off now in the NFL today. So, hey, let's go ahead and go a little backtrack action. All right, Teran. Well, this last weekend was fun. Not just kidding. If you're a Raider fan, it wasn't fun because it never is. But if you are a Charger fan, it was pretty fun. You had to wait one game for that one, Teran. But how about this, man? How about this? Wow. Down again. Texans knock off the Chiefs 20-10. Stroud has a great game, 15 for 31, 203 yards, 1 touchdown. Marks, 26 carries for 68 yards. Collins, too, dude, 4 receptions for 121 passes sanctuary mark. Teran, this was a good football game for the Texans, but just a horrible game for the Chiefs. Again, dude, people are just figuring them out. I mean, it is, I don't know, but give me your thoughts, man. What do you think happened here?
Yeah, I thought the Texans defense, I think it's safe to say that the Texans have the best defense in the league, and it's just amazing. They picked off Mahomes 3 times, and Woody Marks, you got to give him his flowers. He's been kind of the lead bell cow for the Texans. So it's good to see CJ Stroud back. He didn't have the flashiest game, but he was serviceable in helping the Texans pick up the win. But man, if there was ever a must-win game for the Chiefs, this was it. And this was only their second loss at home. So the fact that the Chiefs lost this one puts them well behind the 8 ball, and now it puts them in a very sticky situation where they pretty much got to win out, and they got to get help from the entire league, or at least most of the league and whatnot.
Yeah, Teran, this was crazy, man. I was like, wow, that really happened. Like, again, Teran, it's just, you know what, they've been found out. Let's just not sugarcoat it. Chiefs fans are all pissed off. Either one or the other, they're all mad, or the other, they're just giving in and they're under, they know. But overall, dude, this is just not the Chiefs' year, and I think this is it, dude. I don't want to sound too much like a downer, but I think this is it. I think the Chiefs are gonna, they're still gonna be a good team, but that whole terror, that reign of terror crap with them and just destroying everybody and being so dominant, I think those days are long gone, man.
It also doesn't help that the Chiefs' offensive line has been pretty much beaten up to high heaven. So, yeah, I think this is now a very precarious situation, and yeah, the Chiefs need a miracle and then some if they want to make the playoffs at this point.
Yeah, it's a rough go, man. So, what do you do? I really do feel that this is there's still a great team in there, but I don't know. Travis Kelsey, is this it?
I think it is after him eventually dropping the pass and it eventually being an interception. I think it's pretty much it for him.
And I hate to say it, he's such a good dude. He's a good athlete. He's got a lot of upside. He's been a solid tight end. I mean, for years, but it is what it is. I mean, it happens. And we'll see. But I think you know, he's got a lot of other good things going on right now in his life. So this is it. This is it. It sucks though, because I wish he could end a little bit better. But rough go. But overall, man, I even as a Raider fan, I can respect that man, and I really appreciate his work on the field. And it sucks. You'd like to see him end a little bit. I wish he would have retired when they won the last bowl. You know what I mean? Like, why
Yeah.
not? Like, go out, man. Like, go out on top. But we'll see. We don't know. Watch these fools come out of nowhere and dominate, and then he can have his really cool speech like his brother did in 2017. Remember?
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah, that was fun. So, but yeah, man. No, this is a great, great team, great era. But I do believe it's in its ending stages, and we're gonna see the Chiefs be pretty good, but great. I don't know. But again, we'll see. Again, I mean, we don't know. I mean, they can come out of nowhere, but as of right now, I guess it doesn't seem with no offensive line, man. That's the hard part. With your offensive line in shambles, you're not going to do much. So it's not it's not just one or two players. It's a lot of players combined right now, and that's the tough part. But then you got to tip the cap to the Houston Texans, man. They dominated. They played well, and as you said it, man, Woody Marks, great job. I mean, the defense goes insane. Mahomes interceptions and just yeah, I mean, they held Casey scoreless in the fourth, which is crazy. And like you
Mm-hmm.
said, Woody Marks was amazing. Uh, they did just enough to ice the road win, man. They got it done. They're 8-5 now.
Eight and
They're
five,
alive.
yeah.
They're alive in the AFC South race, man. They're looking good. So, all right, Taryn, let's get to the game cannot wait to talk about because you're wearing the jersey. Oh, Monday Night Football, man. Dicker, the kicker, lifts the Chargers into overtime. Lifts the Chargers into overtime, that is. Wild and Monday Night Football showdown. And the Chargers survive a 4-interception night from Jalen Hurts, which is crazy. As Cameron Dicker drills the 54-yard game winner in overtime, Marion Hampton scores early. The defense forces 5 turnovers. The Chargers moved to 9-4. That's real, man. The AFC playoff race is strong, is really heated, but the freaking Chargers are just cruising right on in there, man. And if they don't screw up, this could be a very special year for them. So, Darren, give me your thoughts.
Yeah, it was a wild game to say the least. First and foremost, the Chargers did force 5 turnovers, all of which were on Jalen Hurts. 4 picks on Hurts, including the game-losing interception. And it was to a point where Jalen Hurts turned the ball over twice in one sequence, where he threw a pick, and then I think it was I forget who it was. I think it was Cam Hart. Either way, the Chargers picked it off, and then let's just say the guy that picked it off pulled a Marlon McCree. He fumbled, Jalen Hurts recovered, and then Jalen Hurts fumbled again, and then it was recovered by the Chargers. So it was a crazy, crazy, crazy sequence right there. So overall, the game was very ugly for the Chargers. I mean, Justin Herbert was no better, and he was playing with a pretty much busted up left hand. And you got to remember that 1 week ago, he had a surgery on it, and the fact that he's playing is absolutely insane. So this was a massive win for the Chargers. This definitely helps boost their playoff chances and whatnot. So I think for the Chargers, they're in a really good position. They just have to finish strong. And I think for the Chargers, it only gets tougher from here because they've got a short week. They're at KC, and then they've also got the Cowboys, Texans, and Broncos to finish off the season. So overall, the Chargers managed to pull off a massive win on primetime. By the way, Chargers are 5-0 in primetime games. They're still undefeated. So honestly, that is massive right there. Beating the reigning Super Bowl champion is just no easy feat, especially since the Chargers offense just looked abysmal. Couldn't get the run game going all that much. Justin Herbert was their leading rusher, and Kimani Vidal was their leading receiver, which the biggest play of the game for the Chargers was pretty much a catch and run. So that just goes to show how ugly the Chargers won. But Cameron Dicker was the MVP of that game.
Bro. He was every bit of the MVP. Amazing job to him, man. Yeah, what a game. That was not even one fantasy point for Hurts. Yeah, it's so true. I feel so bad for Hurts, but yeah, that game hurts. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. I guess gotta stop that. Though. But yeah, Teran, I really do believe in my heart of hearts that this it's kind of the same thing for the Eagles. I think that fall from grace is real. Like it's one of those things. But hey, not in NFL, not for long, and that stands for players and for teams. So if you can stay up there, what the Patriots did was insane. Okay, 2 decades of dominance. I mean, again, this is why you honor Belichick so much and these great coaches, because this doesn't happen for very long. And trust me, in 20 years, they only won what? 6? 7?
6.
I mean, Teran, that's think about that. Think about that. They won 6, and it took like almost 20 years to do. 2 decades, but the Patriots were still getting beat. You know what I mean? Like, it's the NFL, man. Like, they were still it's not like they won 20 years straight or anything, like the freaking it's not like they pulled a 1960s Boston Celtics and did an 8-peat or anything. You know what I mean? Like, it's just that's football. And even when you're really good, sometimes this happens. So this is crazy. Gotta love it though, man. Great football here so far. Great football here towards the end of the season. It was great. Not gonna lie, 6 Super Bowls. Yeah, there you go. There's a Patriots fan right there. Okay, yeah. I mean, think about that. So this is why you honor those Pats teams, because it's not easy. It's not easy to do. Okay, some teams you get a couple years of dynasty, quote unquote, and then that's it. And then you're back to normal. I mean, that's the NFL. So again, that's why you respect the Patriots, because they were able to do it for so long. So with that said, let's go ahead and roll on in. Teran, Chargers looking good. Let's see if they can keep it going. They won that one 22-19 at home. Again, Sunday Night Football, Texans 20-10 over the Chiefs on the road. Went into Arrowhead, got it done. That concluded week 14, but Teran, week 15 just started. And well, Falcons. I mean, this was the craziest finish. You got to love it, right? Wow. Freaking wow. Falcons head on the road and take the Buccaneers cookies. 29-28. Falcons get this thing done, man. What a freaking game. That was a great game. Some people may disagree with that, and that's okay. Buccaneers fans, but Falcons fans, I do believe, think it's a pretty good game. And for all the spectators who don't have a dog in the fight, well, I'm pretty sure you thought that was a good game too, unless you don't like the Falcons for some reason. So Kirk Cousins leads an unreal comeback in Tampa, man. 3 touchdowns to Kyle Pitts Sr. This guy's incredible. I'm so happy he's on my fantasy team. I was not even expecting that. That was amazing. But yeah, huge stuff there. Zane Gonzalez drills the walk-off 43-yard field goal as Atlanta stuns the Bucs on Thursday Night Football. Falcons now move to 5-9. Bucs, I mean, they're eliminated, but Bucs are 7-7 in a tight NFC South race. And Teran, the craziest part about all of this is the Panthers are first place in the NFC South.
You took the words right out of my mouth. The Panthers are first place in the NFC South. Oh, man. If there was ever a game Tampa needed to win, this was it. Mm-hmm. I mean, what's the excuse now? They have Mike Evans back. They also have Chris Godwin and Bucky Irving. I don't want to hear the excuses from the Bucs. Like, they led by 14 going into they led by 14 at one point in the fourth quarter. And it got to the point where there was a 3rd and 28 on the Falcons' final drive, and the Falcons still converted. And the fact that the Falcons completed that game-winning drive at the end is unbelievable. The Bucs, there's no excuse to lose to this type of team. Like, you can't lose to a team like this, especially when the playoffs are pretty much on the line. So this is going to be the most stinkiest division out there. I mean, one team has to win it, though. It's going to be between the Panthers and the Falcons. And now this opens the door for Carolina, because now Carolina has a chance to win the division for the first time since 2015. And we all remember that year where they wound up making the Super Bowl that year with a certain Cam Newton. So I think it's time for the Panthers to officially, put their best foot forward. And for the Bucs, you kind of have to wonder, well, what do you do if you pretty much miss the playoffs? Like, who's to blame? Like, there's no excuse to lose this type of game.
No. No. Darren, that was a crazy game. I love the fact that we got this Falcons team that gets balled. Kirk Cousins, man, 30 for 44, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns. Let's go. Bijan Robinson, 19 carries, almost a century mark, 6 yards away, 93 yards, 1 touchdown. Kyle Pitts, again, man, 3 touchdowns, but monster day, 11 receptions, 166 yards. Homeboy had the hot hands that night. It was just a great game, and you got to look at how well these guys really played. I love it. I thought this was a very, very fun game, and I know some people are, like I said, not happy with this, and I understand, but that sounds like a Buccaneers problem. They played, but I don't know, dude, something's wrong with the Buccaneers. They look watered down for some reason. I don't know. Falcons bald. You can say that all day long. Falcons bald. But the Bucs, I don't know, dude, they've looked odd this season. They looked very, I don't know. I thought the Bucs be a little bit better than this. Just a little bit better. But right now in the season, I get it. Injuries, things happen, but I don't know. I just had higher hopes for this team this year. But there you go, man. Good stuff there with the NFL. And well, there it is, dude. We are through it. That's the week so far. And well, there you have it, man. We had some good stuff there. And that's pretty much a wrap on the NFL. So now let's on over to high school, man. I saw a little bit of high school football. Were there any college games this week? No, huh? Like, wait a minute. Were there any college games I was missing? But there was not. Okay. I know we're getting close, but I didn't know if we had like some kind of under the radar bowl like on Thursday or Friday or something like that. As a matter of fact, we did have one game yet last night in the FCS quarterfinal game, but we'll get to that one in a little bit. We're talking about the FCS. So, all right, let's go ahead and get on into some high school football, Teran. And well, there's not much to talk about here. This is pretty much the ending. We are at the very tail end of the season, and it's been fun. It has. Right now, we're at the end of, we're basically just waiting for a couple brackets to end. At the moment, as you heard already before, I will disagree with this a million times over because I still believe that Bishop Gorman is the true number 1 team in the country right now. But they gave it to Carrollton at the moment. That's fine. As long as it's not St. Francis Academy, who I do not believe even needs to be at number 2 right now because, again, the cancellation with IMG Academy and that whole nonsense, I still don't understand how they're, 8-1 and they're number 2? That doesn't make any sense to me. But anyway, right now, Georgia, we are at the very end in the Class 6A final. That is tonight. Actually, no, it's not. It's on Tuesday. On Tuesday night, Carrollton versus Buford, 2 teams who are extremely good, and top 2 teams in Georgia. And of course, that's 1 versus 6 right now. I mean, that's pretty crazy. The Carrollton coming in at number 1 right now, and number 6 Buford. So they're going head to head. That game should say a lot. Carrollton loses. Buford, they're 14-0 as well. I don't know if they're just going to leapfrog and go to number 1 and become the champs this year. I still feel that Bishop Gorman is extremely disrespected because they should be number 1. Regardless, who knows what's going to happen there. And at the same exact time, we have South Lake Carroll, Texas, who is currently number 3. Again, I don't know why. Cannot explain to you why St. Francis Academy is number 2. That just blows my mind. But we have in Texas the 6A D2 semifinals actually going on this week. South Lake Carroll will be taking on DeSoto, another Texas powerhouse, and then King versus Vandergrift. Two other good teams, but I hate to say this, and I don't want to sound so mean, but Darren, I think we know the World Championships tonight. South Lake and DeSoto are going to go head to head, and then King and Vandergrift, well, good luck. I mean, I guess, they may surprise us. I don't know. They might pull a North Crowley, but I will say that, South Lake Carroll wins this whole thing. They might be the national champions. I don't know. But they lose, well, then they're out of the conversation. So I don't know. That's kind of what's going on at the moment right now in high school football, at least from what I can see. Other than that, you have number 2 at St. Francis Academy. You have, again, South Lake Carroll, Texas, at number 3. Bishop Gorman is somehow number 4 when they should be number 1. And then, of course, tonight, because everything else is kind of done already, you have tonight the Division 1, or not actually, no, the CIF Open State Championship. And this is fun. It doesn't get any bigger than this. Number 5, Santa Margarita, taking on number 15, De La Salle, CIF Open Division State Championship, Saturday night, neutral field, everything on the line, explosiveness versus tradition. I don't know what you want to call it, but this is going to be fun, man. Trent Mosley, Trace Johnson, Braden Knight, Jake Jefferson. This is going to be a really fun game, man. So, I don't know. Santa Margarita averages like 200 plus passing per game. De La Salle averages nearly 300 rushing per game. This is a really crazy game. So I know you got a lot on this one tonight, Teran. It's going to be a really fun game. 8 o'clock start Pacific time. So tell us all about this one, and of course, give me your thoughts on everything else if you'd like.
Yeah, so Santa Margarita and De La Salle, it has a lot of storylines. First and foremost, Santa Margarita, who would have thought that in their first year under Carson Palmer, they'd be in the Open Division Championship? I did not have this on my bingo card. And then for De La Salle, this is kind of the storyline of, will De La Salle finally end Southern California's winning streak in terms of winning the Open Division? That's the biggest storyline right there. But Santa Margarita, their defense has really shined. Trent Mosley, as you mentioned, is fantastic. Dash Fafita, I think he's related to Noah Fafita, who plays at Arizona. He's been an anchor defensively. So I think for Santa Margarita, this is going to really test them. I mean, this is the true and final test for them. If they can beat De La Salle, then they have earned the right to becoming the best team in California altogether. But it's going to be a tough one. De La Salle, if you remember last year, they were not going down without a fight last year when they played Mater Dei. So I expect a barn burner between Santa Margarita and De La Salle. I don't agree that it should be an 8 p.m. start time, because even in case for like the East Coasters, they don't want to like wait up for that. And honestly, 8 p.m. just sounds a little late. I know it's a prime time. That's prime time, but let's be honest. Just have it at like 7 p.m. or 7:30. So it's going to be a fun little game. Saddleback College is a great venue to have it at. And it's not too far down the road for Santa Margarita fans, just because that's in the South Orange County area. But I do got to ask you this. So De La Salle just came in from Concord. Do you know where they practiced this year?
Here? Do they in SoCal you're talking about?
Do you know where they practice in Southern California?
Don't even tell me. Don't tell me Newport Harbor.
No. Oh, no.
So far, I was kidding. Now, where do they get to practice at? Tell me. This is going to be cool.
They practiced at St. John Bosco High School.
Oh, man.
Yep. Jason Negro opened up his doors and let the Spartans in. So that was a nice little touch by them. And here's hoping we get ourselves a great little matchup. And heaven knows, I doubt Santa Margarita will be the national champion. But heck, if they win this state championship, then this might be the biggest thing for their program. This is the type of game and type of season that puts a program on the map nationally. It's one thing to be put on the map in terms of your state, but to be put on the map nationally is another thing.
No, definitely, Teran. It's so true, man. I love it. I think that's really cool. Jason Negro's class act. That is awesome, knowing that he could have been in this game as well. But man, Bosco, after having such a good year, I know they were to me, St. John Bosco is the weirdest case of the year. You have this dominant and monster team, and then I don't know where you just lose. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna slight Orange Lou. We always talk about them, okay, Lou, but I don't know. They were the weirdest case of the year to me. St. John Bosco was the absolute weird, and it happens. It happens, but it's just crazy that it happened. That's all. So you have that. Obviously, Bishop Gorman, they did it again. They won this one weeks ago. Obviously, we talked about this back in before Thanksgiving, the day before Thanksgiving. They beat our review, and they're like 50-time Nevada champs again. I don't know how many times they've won actually, but they've won a million times over already. As you know, number 6 Buford, they'll be taking on number 1 Carrollton. IMG Academy, they're number 7. This is right where St. Francis Academy should be. They're 9-0. St. Francis Academy is 8-1. I cannot understand for the life of me why they're number 2, but there you go. Edna Carr, by the way, currently number 8. They, by the way, are in the LHSAA bracket, and this is it. They're in the final. They're going to be taking on St. Augustine. They defeated Catholic last week, 17-10. St. Augustine defeated John Curtis Christian 31-29. And today they go head to head for the state championship of Louisiana. So should be fun there. So that's one that hasn't ended just yet. Another state championship, number 8. Obviously, Corona Centennial, currently number 9. Their season ended a while back. So same did Mater Day. For St. Thomas Aquinas, this school, of course, their season ended as well. As they actually did they end already? They did. Yes, they did. Okay, we talked about them already. So they defeated Lakeland 29-0. They are champs. They are 5A FHSAA champs. They won it all about a week ago. So good job to them. They went back on the. Actually, no, they won it last night. My apologies. My apologies. So congratulations to good old St. Thomas Aquinas. They won it all. So congratulations to the Raiders for winning, because again, Teran, some Raiders have to win. So good job to those guys. Wonderful, wonderful season for St. Thomas Aquinas, and they definitely deserve that 13-1 season. Grimsley out of North Carolina, currently number 14. These guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at them really fast, because like I said, we're basically this is the end, you know. So they NCHSAA championship. They did it. They won 7A. They're the state champs. They defeated Clayton 24-14. Congratulations to the best team in North Carolina. These guys did really well to Greensboro. So they got it done. So again, we're just ending it off, guys. State champions are here. This is the ending. If not, we got the ending very close. Grayson, where I talked about these guys, they made their exit to Carrollton last week, or a couple weeks ago, actually. So they were out, but they had a heck of a run, and they got to be number 1 for a while, which is kind of cool. DeMatha, good old DeMatha out of Hyattsville, Maryland here. These guys, they played in the Capital division here, or the tournament, if you will, but they won the state championship. They defeated Gonzaga 20-13. So congratulations to them. That was back on the 21st. Again, we talked about that already on the 21st of November. So congrats to DeMatha. Fun fact, I do believe I saw something on YouTube not too long ago saying that DeMatha actually has the most NFL players in it right now, in the NFL. Well, sorry, the most players in the NFL right now from that school. So pretty cool at the moment. De La Salle, obviously, they're taking on Santa Margarita tonight, number 5 Santa Margarita, for all the marbles in California. Bixby, the team that gets destroyed everybody in Oklahoma. These guys went ahead and let's see here. They were in the 6A-1. And of course they won, right? They ended up defeating Owasso, I believe, Owasso, 31-17. That was back on the 6th. Last week they got it done. They are state champions, so congratulations. So let me your ears a little bit longer. Sorry, guys. I just want to make sure I give all these guys their flowers. Sierra Canyon, number 18, they made their exit back to Santa Margarita on the 15th of November. So they were on out. St. John Bosco, of course, we just talked about those guys. They made their exit to Orange Lutheran on the 15th of November as well. And then up we had Northwestern out of Florida, another team who made their exit. This was back on, actually, they didn't make their exit. They just dropped one, actually. They won last night. They played really crazy here. Rains Wow, 14-0 season from Reigns. The Reigns Vikings out of Jacksonville, Florida, defeated Northwestern 23-22. Wow, state championship there. And this was let me go look at the bracket really fast. This was the 3A FHSAA bracket. So congratulations there to what a great year for that school, man. Knocking off Reigns knocking off Northwestern. So there goes the current 20 team. Chaminade Madonna. How did these guys end? Well, we all know this was a rough one for these guys. Chaminade Madonna, they're 1A FHSSA. And of course, they would fall to Trinity. Who's this? Actually, no, they defeated Trinity Christian Academy. And in the final, they actually lost to Cardinal Newman. So rough go for those guys, man. Congratulations to Cardinal Newman, the state champs at that level in Florida. 17-14. Down goes Chaminade Madonna. So wow, big ups to Newman, man. The 1A FHSSA or SAA champions there. So as you can see, some of these monster teams, man, just going down to some teams that we've never even heard. But it's kind of cool because this is how you get them on the radar. Chalkville out of Alabama. These guys, they did it all, Teran. They in 6A. They're 6A in Alabama, and they defeated Saraland 38-21. So congratulations to the 6A Alabama champions, best team in Alabama. That is currently number, I believe there are 21 or 22. Corner Canyon, they won their state championship like a million years ago back on, let's see, where the heck did they play? They won this thing a while back. This was back in November, and they did it again. They won, they defeated Lone Peak 35-20. So congratulations to those guys. That was back on, oh my gosh, when was that? That was a while back, man. I don't know when that was. I don't know, Teran, I did see this game here that was scheduled with St. Francis Academy. I don't know. Do you see it? Or somebody? Yeah, it was weird. 37-20 or something like that. I guess St. Francis Academy played them. I don't understand why they would do that. Weird, but whatever. That was a thing. I guess that's why they're ranking St. Francis Academy so high, but I'm sorry. You should have played somebody higher. I don't know. Regardless, there's that Allen, Texas. We're getting to the end here. This is number 24. They are actually going to be they're in right now, currently in the UIL Texas Football State Championship, 6A D1. They are playing Duncanville. And then on the other bracket, well, this is the Final Four. And then it's North Shore versus Lake Travis. So this is pretty cool. Allen currently number 24. And wow, that's awesome. So we'll see the winners of that. They'll play next week. So that semifinal goes on tonight in Texas. And then last but not least, number 25, Indiana, Brownsburg. These guys, Teran, they let's take a look at their bracket. These guys did it. The IHSAA 6A tournament, and they at Lucas Oil Stadium defeated Westfield 38-31, and that was back on the 29th of November. So there you go, Teran. There are all the champions and the games that are yet to be played. Any comments on any of these?
So Northwestern, they actually had 2 losses. Technically, they have 2 losses. They did have their 1 loss in the state championship, but you also got to remember that they picked up a forfeit win from Orange Lutheran just because Orange Lutheran had something going on where they used an ineligible player against Northwestern. So technically, Northwestern should be ranked a little bit lower than 20, but they get the benefit of the doubt right there and then. But other than that, congratulations to all of the state champions from their respective states. It's starting to become season's pretty much winding down. It feels like it just started yesterday. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I know we were talking about week 0 and all double zero right there. We were talking about that.
Yeah, there was a week 00.
We had a lot of fun this year, man. It was a great one. But again, here's the ending. So we're getting off to these last, the nitty gritty, the last couple of, the last week, because this is it. This is this week, and then next week it's over. So for sure, the week before Christmas. So these guys are putting in work since March, doing practices here and there and weekly or whatever, and then getting into spring football all throughout the summer. Then you play this grueling season, and it's crazy, man. So congratulations to all these players and everybody who made it this far. I mean, it's football's a lifestyle, man. So pretty cool. And there is the deal. So alrighty, man. Let's go ahead and unless you got anything else for high school, Teran, we'll run off to the 3C2A. Let's do it. 3C2A National Championship in the house, man. This is, I guess people call it the state championship, national championship, whatever you want to call it. The 3C2A is here. And you know what, dude? This is going to be a great game. I am so excited. You have defending champs San Mateo in the house. They head south to unbeaten Golden West. They're going to be playing for all the marbles, man. They're 12-0. This is in the 3C2A State Football Championship. This is awesome. Liebert Stadium, elite defense versus explosive offense. Dynasty versus rising powerhouse. One crown, one winner. I mean, the best in California collide, man. So here we go, man. This is gonna be a really, really fun game. And let's go ahead and get a preview in here really quick, and we'll get into it. So the 2025 3C2A State Football Championship sets the stage for a true clash of powers as undefeated Golden West at 12-0 hosts defending champions defending champions College San Mateo CSM 11-1 at Liebert Stadium in Costa Mesa. So Golden West enters its first ever state title game, riding a perfect season, fueled by an explosive passing attack, led by freshman quarterback Kuananua. I don't want to butcher his name. Okay, I always say it, but okay. All right. And all conference wideout Tanner Schmidt, while also boasting one of the nation's stingiest run defenses. Across the field, San Mateo arrives, seeking its third state championship in 4 seasons and its 4th consecutive finals appearance, which is crazy, leaning on absolutely dominant state-leading defense and a deep, relentless rushing attack that has worn down opponents all year. The Bulldogs experience, the Bulldogs experience on the championship stage contrasts sharply with the Rustlers' historic breakthrough run, creating compelling showdown between a proven dynasty and a rising program chasing its first crown ever. So with elite defense, efficient offense, and program driving legacies on the line, Saturday's matchup promises for a fitting conclusion of the 3C2A season. Talk to us, Teran. What you got?
First and foremost, I'm glad they put this game at Orange Coast College. It's the perfect venue, and honestly, nothing against Golden West's field, but it's not the greatest field. I don't think their seating is all that great. So thank you for having the game at Orange Coast College. This might be the one time we'll see OCC in a football state championship game, but I digress on that. Golden West, all right. They have maybe the most flashiest offense in terms of the junior college scene. Now, my only concern about Golden West is that San Mateo's experience could overwhelm them, because this is Golden West's first appearance in a state championship game in a hot minute. And then San Mateo has been here before. I mean, they've beaten a lot of teams. They've beaten several different teams like Mount Sac and RCC. So it'll be interesting to see what San Mateo can bring to the table. I mean, man, if there's ever a big game for Golden West, to a program-defining game, this might be it. I really think that this one can go either way. I think Golden West has to start off strong and not look back. But if they play the way that they've been playing that got them up to here, yes, I think Golden West can win this one. I'm going to pick the Rustlers to win. I mean, it'll be a difficult matchup. This is not going to be like their other matchups where they pretty much just blew by their opponents. But I'm confident in what the Rustlers can bring to the table. So give me Golden West, but it won't be an easy matchup.
Teran, I'm with you all on, man. Look, you already know we got the SoCal bias in the house, but that's okay. That's okay. San Mateo's an amazing team. And you and I both know that if the Rustlers even make one mistake, it's over. All right? Like, obviously, both teams are going to make mistakes, okay? But what I'm saying is you better. Yeah, that's the old school saying, right? Team makes the least mistakes wins, and it's true. But there's going to be very few mistakes. These two teams are so well coached. They have an amazing a season behind them, both of them, and it really is going to come down to the team who just comes out and gives one last push of everything they freaking have. And I know both teams will do that, but who has a tiny bit more? And that's what it's going to come down to. The margin is going to be so thin with the effort level, but the score, we shall see. Obviously, Teran, I'm going Rustlers all day. I want to see these guys win. San Mateo is amazing. I do feel that they have every chance of winning this. And honestly, it's a heart versus brain thing. I honestly think San Mateo is probably the better team, and they're more than likely they have this game if they wanted it, But the Rustlers, there's everything to prove here. Nothing else to lose. What else have you got to lose? You are the SoCal champions. Okay. You knocked off an extremely good Saddleback team. I mean, there's nothing else to lose. This is it. Go all in. Screw it. Play this game as if it'll never happen. And some of these guys will never play another game again, so it is what it is. I mean, some of these guys are going to go off. They're going to be recruited and off to bigger schools. And some are just going to say, hey, it was a fun run. I played 6 years of football, 4 in high school and 2 at the junior college level or whatever their story is. But today is going to be a great game for players on both sides. And I'm really excited for this. I really, really, really want to see a Rustlers finish here. But San Mateo is so good. They destroyed my RCC Tigers once. I got to see them get revenge. Coach Kraft get revenge in his last ever championship he won a couple years ago on them in Wheelock Stadium at RCC. So here we go, man. From Huntington Beach to Costa Mesa, history is on the line, man. Unbeaten Golden West hosts defending champions, if you will, San Mateo for the 3C2A championship. First title chase versus 4th straight appearance. This is what December football is all about. There we have it. All right, Teran, you and I are going to be watching that game. I hope Teran, you better not have no plans today. I don't care. And if you do, you better put this game on. No, this is going to be a great game, man. I am so excited for this one. For those of you who are curious about this game, I want to see it. Or for those of you in the SoCal area, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, maybe the same time as the Army-Navy game, but 3 p.m. Eastern. You can check it out. It's we'll post the link. I will for sure on our YouTube. On our YouTube. I'll post it on our on our Twitter account. Of course, make sure to give us a follow everywhere right down here for our Sports Radio. But of course, give us a follow at 3 and Out, all spelled out, 3 and Out, IESR. Check us out, man. We'll be posting stuff up, and it's going to be great. So 3C2A championship coming. Teran, we going Rustlers?
Yep.
Rustlers, baby. Let's do it. All right. So with that said, we got another JUCO battle going on. And, this is a little bit different. This time, we don't have a first-timer getting there versus a monster behemoth that's been there. This is the clash of 2 behemoth monsters that have been there quite some time. And this is going to be fun, man. So it all comes down to this. It's a Wednesday game, as they like to do. Wednesday, December 17th in Canyon, Texas. Here it comes, man. Hutchinson, Iowa Western. Salute, Mr. Marcus Lowe's great. Iowa Western, Hutchinson, 1v2. It's what you thought it would be. It's what you and I predicted since the start of the year. We've been taking little nibbles out of it all year, saying, "Yep, it's inevitable. Yep, it's inevitable. It's collision course," using all those goofy terms. And guess what, Teran? Here it is. So this is going to be a fun game. I am looking forward to all of the goods in this one. Because, man, I mean, it really doesn't get bigger than this for anything. I mean, championship stages are where you want to be. And this isn't just a championship. It's a rubber match. Iowa Western won the 2022 title. Hutchinson won the 2024 title. Hutchinson won the 2025 regular season thriller. Now, Hutchinson, number 1, takes on number 2 for Iowa Western for it all again. This is a really good one, man. This is a really fun game. It's a heavyweight battle here, and they're both 11-0. Well, actually, no. Hutchinson's 11-0. Iowa Western's 11-1. And again, it all goes down on Wednesday night in Canyon, Texas. It's a clash between the nation's best, most complete teams, and its most consistent postseason powers. Hutchinson enters the game unbeaten behind a suffocating defense that leads the NJCAA in scoring defense, which is crazy, and turnover margin, paired with a balanced offense capable of striking in every phase. Iowa Western is making its 5th consecutive national championship appearance, counters with explosive playmakers and a relentless pass rush that can change games in a single series. So the two programs have split recent title meetings, and with Hutchinson winning a September thriller by 3 points, all signs point to another tightly contested game decided by execution, discipline, and one defining moment under the national spotlight. Darren, what you got for us?
Well, this was pretty much the 1 versus 2 matchup. They've been 1 and 2 pretty much the entire season, and not much has separated these two. So, oh man, this one can go either way. I mean, these are pretty much I wouldn't say David and Goliath, but like maybe the King Kong and Godzilla of this matchup. So
I like that.
This one is going to be fun, and I think this is pretty much what we all expected. This is kind of like the modern day St. John Bosco of previous years. So I think we're expecting a big barn burner matchup, and I don't think either of these teams are going to be giving an inch. And this is pretty much what both these teams have been working for, and they're going to leave it out all on the field. It's going to be like the most grindiest 2-3 hour game in terms of football that we've seen in the NJCAA. I expect nothing held back by these two.
I'm with you. I do believe this is going to be one of the funnest games we're going to see all year. Again, guys, Wednesday evening, ESPNU, it'll be on. I am really excited for this one. Teran, here comes the hardest part of the whole show. I had such a hard time picking. But who you got?
I got Hutchinson, but in a close one. I think both of these teams are going to be throwing everything in the kitchen sink at one another. But in the end, I think Hutchinson just barely comes out on top.
And you know what? That is a great pick. My gosh. I want to see the Reavers win because I think this team have every bit of potential to do it. But this year, Hutchinson pulled one out early. And I feel like these teams didn't really lose much. I feel like they're very similar to what they've been. And if Hutchinson could squeak one out earlier this year, that might have been a small preview for what we're going to see on Wednesday. I like the Reavers. I do. But I'm with you, Teran. I think every single time I've picked the Reavers, they've lost. You always go Hutch, and you know what, man? I think it's time that I just knock it off and pick the Blue Dragons too. I don't know, man. There's something about this team. They kind of got their number, and they're a great football team. There's a lot of talent here. Next week we're going to go over some players going wherever to see if there's anybody who committed or going anywhere. But yeah, Teran, this is going to be a really fun game. Hutchinson is a great team, and these guys got every bit of history on their side, I think, and this is going to be a fun game. So, give me Hutchinson. I just think that they have it. I think it's there. And a couple years ago, what was it when the Reavers defeated Hutchinson? It was like freaking 31-0 or something like that a couple years back. So I mean, let's see what happens. But NJCAA action, always excited for it, looking fun. Let's see if who will come out with the victory here. But yeah, Teran, I'm almost positive it will be Hutchinson. So should be a fun game, Teran. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to go into final scores here because every time I pick a final score, it doesn't work out. But it should be a good game. So there you guys go. Hutchinson, number 1 Hutchinson, number 2 Iowa Western. Wednesday, ESPNU, NJCAA National Championship. Buckle up, y'all. It's going to be a fun one. So there we go. Again, one more time, congratulations to the 5-time champions like Booker T. 5-time. We talked about them last week. College of DuPage. They won it all last week, defeating North Dakota School of College of Science, or I forgot what it was, but they were, but NDSCS. Excuse me. They defeated them 36-13 to secure a historic 5-peat. After an early deficit, the Chaparrals exploded for 22 in the second quarter and never looked back. So Bully was electric. The defense swarmed with 2 interceptions, and DuPage once again stands atop of the NJCAA Division III ranks. So congratulations to those guys after 5-peat. Maybe we will see them. Terrence suggested they should move up to the NJCAA Division I, and we'll see. So, again, congratulations to those guys pulling out the 5-peat last week. We talked about that, but again, just wanted to throw that out there because that's pretty awesome. So, all righty. Well, now we will move on, Teran, from the NJCAA to Division III. And Division III is fun because, well, Teran, we are getting down to the very end. This is it. We are here. The semis are a week away. Today we got the quarters. And, man, this is a fun little bracket. There's crap happening here that I don't think neither myself or yourself saw. And this is crazy. So, okay. So let's go ahead and start with, let's see, top left bracket. We have John Carroll and Barry. After studying Mount Union, yep, that's right. We talked about that last week. The Mount Union. John Carroll, team who's had them on their back forever. They finally got the monkey. They got the Blue Raider off their back. They look fearless, but number 17 Barry has quietly bulldozed its way into the quarters, which is crazy. 2 physical teams, man. 1 semifinal spot. Expect fireworks. This game's kicking off in about an hour. It's gonna be a really fun game. Who you got?
Man, John Carroll has been that little engine that could, but so has Barry. I mean, you can't go wrong with either, but I'm going to pick John Carroll just because I think they've got the momentum, especially after beating Mount Union last week. That was unheard of. I don't think anyone predicted that. But, yeah, give me John Carroll to continue their little run.
Yeah, I agree. I think Barry is a great football team, and dude, they have really, it's true, they have quietly snuck their way in. They have been dominating. But overall, that game happened in about an hour, and I don't know. I want to say it's gonna be a super duper dogfight, and it might be, but I don't know. I think John Carroll, after knocking off Mount Union, oh my gosh, like I know, and I can't help it. That's huge. So there we go. Okay, there's our pick, and then the bottom left bracket. This is a fun one, because this game is kicking off in about 2 hours. Bethel, Minnesota. They've had a pretty good run, taking on North Central, a heavyweight showdown. Number 4, Bethel. They bring balance and power, while number 1 overall, North Central, man, that monstrous team who's won championship after championship in the last couple of years. They continue its title defense after surviving a scare, though. Okay, because let's not forget that was a crazy game. I was not expecting that. Wisconsin lacrosse took these guys. It was 35-27. I mean, lacrosse could have totally won that game. So that was pretty good. And then obviously another Wisconsin school knocked off. Bethel knocked off Wisconsin Platteville 35-24. So this is good. This has national championship energy, and this will be a really fun game. Teran, who you got?
I'm going to take North Central. I still think they've got that dog in them. And now that Mount Union's knocked off, I think North Central is about to assert themselves to the top.
And, that's very fair. It's crazy. It's crazy to think, right? I mean, North Central now, they're not in cruise mode by any means, but they know now they get to that point. I don't know. They know they can cruise there. Again, you can't overlook anybody, but I don't know. This team's that good. Maybe we'll see another power rise, but these guys are solid. So, okay. Next up, we have the top right bracket now. Wheaton, Illinois versus Wisconsin River Falls. We still have a Wisconsin team in there. Momentum versus dominance. Number 19, Wheaton, is red hot, but number 3, River Falls, has looked ruthless on both sides of the ball. Styles clashing with a semifinal berth on the line. Who you got?
Oh man, Wisconsin River Falls. I think it's more so of their offense versus Wheaton's defense. Just because Wheaton, other than the Wartburg game, they have been rising to the occasion. I'm gonna pick Wheaton. I just feel that Wheaton just has that momentum to them, and I think they have the offense and defense to win this game. So give me Wheaton in a thriller.
That is a fun game and a great pick. Wheaton, I don't know, man. Wheaton's got some special sauce. They must be drinking Michael Jordan's special juice
Secret
or whatever you call
stuff.
it, secret stuff, because these guys really turned it on. With everything in me, I want to take River Falls. I don't know why. I guess I want to take them. I think that they're gonna win this game, but for some freaking crazy reason, I have this other feeling of like, no, Wheaton might get it done. So yeah, Tara, I think we were thinking the same thing, man. I'm taking Wheaton. Again, these Wisconsin schools are amazing, but give me Wheaton. I think these guys really have what it takes. It's going to be a really, really, really good game. I expect this might be the closest one.
Yeah,
honestly.
this one's the toughest one to predict. This one's a 50-50 game.
Yeah, it really is. It's a coin flip, and I wish it was what do you call it? This was a game like in the semis. This would be fun,
Yeah.
but it's all good. So we got that one, and then of course the last game, bottom right bracket, Susquehanna versus Johns Hopkins. The Riverhawks bring momentum after a shutout, but number 8, Johns Hopkins, has been one of the most complete teams left standing. Elite defense, explosive offense. This one has a lot of this one has some classic, I think. So a little bit of ESPN classic to it, But I don't know. This one's pretty hard to predict as well. Not as much, I don't know, maybe not as much as the last one, but what do you think?
Well, Susquehanna has pretty much had the longest journey of the two. I mean, Susquehanna, they had to go pretty much from the first round to the second round, then to the third round, and now they're here. When Johns Hopkins, on the other hand, they have been pretty much dominant for the most part. Look, I like Susquehanna. I think they have been a great little story, especially beating Christopher Newport. But I just got to go with Johns Hopkins. I think Johns Hopkins has a little bit more of that edge to them. I think it'll be close, but I got to give Johns Hopkins the edge, and I got to give them the win on this one.
Yeah, again, Teran, you and I are thinking the same. I really like Susquehanna, but yeah, dude, this is another game where you've really just got to look at what team do you truly feel has more dominance to them. I mean, Johns Hopkins, dude, has been doing it all year. These guys have been, not that Susquehanna hasn't, but Johns Hopkins just has it. I think they have a little more umph in them, and I think they're on their way. So this is going to be a really fun game to watch. I'll be posting links for these all day long. I'm excited. I don't got nothing today. This is going to be football day. We're going to have ourselves some fun, and I'll be posting some stuff up. And so make sure you're giving us a follow, man. There's going to be some great games. Hopefully they're showing these things live today somewhere on somebody's feed for one of these teams. So looking forward to it, man. Should be a really, really good game there. So, all righty, let's do it, man. Let's roll on now into Division 2. And well, Division 2 football, the bracket this year, it's been pretty good. I've enjoyed it. Division 3 is always like, man, that's my favorite. But Division 2, we're already in the finals and semifinals. And this one, I think it was predictable because we kind of knew, right, Teran? I mean, I think you and I, honestly, if we really sat down, like we did when this bracket first got released, we talked about the teams that you thought were most dominant in each bracket. I think maybe we were like one team off, maybe, or maybe we got all 4 of them. I don't know, maybe you did, but yeah, dude. I mean, all 4 of these teams right now who are going head to head, we kind of knew that they would be there, So they're extremely good. These 4. This is what the final 4 should be, and this is exciting. This is really exciting because we have two teams here, or we have four teams here that have so much behind them from this year. Like, these teams went through a lot. They had to run through a gauntlet. And I feel like these are the four teams that should be here. So here we go. Let's get on into it. We have two semifinals to get into. Let's talk about them both. So, first semifinal we have here is Ferris State taking on Newberry. Newberry College is one win away from the Division II National Championship game as the Wolves prepare to face defending champion number 1 overall seed and defending champs, again, like I said, Ferris State in Saturday's NCAA Division II semifinals. So, riding a program record 12-win season and a 10-game win streak, Newberry has built its historic run on resilience, going for a perfect 9-0 in one-score games and repetitively relying from late deficits. So, standing in their way, they have Ferris State, the powerhouse, riding a 28-game win streak and multiple national titles, setting the stage for a clash of belief versus dynasty in freezing conditions at Top Taggart Field. The winner advances to McKinney, Texas, with a national title on the line. So again, I guess I can't really say these guys. Sorry, Newberry. They were kind of the surprise. I think because I had the other three, the top right and top bottom right bracket, those were great. But and obviously the top left, Ferris State all day. Bottom left, the team that I really thought was going to get there was going to be West Florida. They fizzled out because Newberry beat them. So they're the surprise team for me. But the other three teams were predictable. So that's where I got that from earlier. But I don't know, Teran, that's a fun game. What you got?
Yeah, well, let me just kind of tell it to you like it is. I knew Newberry would take down Albany State. It was a close one. And Newberry sounds to be like they're the Denver Broncos of NCAA Division II. They're winning one-score games, and they're having to rally late in games to win said games. That being said, look, I like this story that Newberry has, but let's be honest, Ferris State has kind of been the juggernaut of Division II. I think it'll be close, but I just think Ferris State will pull off the win. I think Ferris State pulls away in the second half, so give me Ferris State, but it should be a good one between them and Newberry.
I'm with you. If anybody, I don't know, the next one, obviously championship game is going to be crazy, but I don't know, dude. I just really, truly feel that this is a really, really, really fun game because we don't really know. Newberry could hold the secret to knocking off these champion Ferris State Bulldogs. I'm not going to be crazy and say that they're going to do it because I really do feel that Ferris State has this game. It's theirs to lose. Really, this is their game. They have a lot there. They have a lot behind them. They're a championship team. They've been there, but Newberry knocks this team off. I don't know, Teran. It's going to be very hard for me to not pick Newberry in the championship if they do this because, wow, that's huge. So that's big. I like this team a lot, but I got to go Ferris State as well. So really good game. Let's see what happens. And you and I are both picking those guys. Okay, next game, the other Division II semifinal. Okay, so a spot in the Division II National Championship game is on the line Saturday, today, as a number three, cuts down, hosts number 2 Harding in a heavyweight semifinal clash at Andre Reed Stadium. Both programs are unbeaten. Okay, they both enter this game unbeaten at 14-0, making this one of the most balanced and anticipated matchups of the Division II season. Cutsdown earned the right to host after an explosive playoff run that has seen the Golden Bears surpass program record wins, points scored, and rushing production, while Harding arrives with historic credentials of its own, boasting the most prolific rushing attack in NCAA history and the nation's top scoring defense, with both teams ranking top 5 nationally on both sides of the ball. The semifinal sets up a physical, methodical battle where ball control, discipline, and defensive execution will decide who advances to McKinney, Texas to play for the national championship. Who you got?
This one is going to be a tough one, but I actually got to go with Kutztown. I think Kutztown has been on a tear this postseason, and I think they have the offense to basically just hang with anybody. So I'll take Kutztown over Harding. Again, I don't think this will be an easy one. I think Harding's going to bring everything, but Harding's going to need to score at will and keep up with Kutztown. But I got Kutztown winning a high-scoring affair.
That's a good pick. I like these guys a lot. I think Kutztown's a really good football team. But I gotta go Harding, dude. Harding won it all a couple years ago. They have that extremely crazy triple-double super crazy option thing that they run. That coach is so driven. Let's see. I think they can play upsetter. But obviously Kutztown is the favorite. I think they probably will win this one. I gotta have one, Teran, at least once a show, I gotta have one pick where it's like,
right.
Okay, that's
it's
risky.
Not all chalk.
Yeah, exactly. So let's see if Harding does this. This is a really fun game. But yeah, I'm gonna go Harding. But obviously, because they're number 2. I mean, it's not really an upset. Harding's ranked higher, right? Harding is number 2. So I guess an upset technically would be Kutztown winning. But I don't know, for some reason, everyone's just really high on Kutztown this year. And I know why too, because they've never done it. At least I don't think they have. But but I don't know. This is gonna be a really, really fun game. Different styles. I mean, this is going to be great, man. Kutztown quarterback, Judd Novak versus Harding's fullback. Okay. It's kind of crazy on Andrew Miller. I'm telling you, they run that crazy thing they got going on. It's nuts. It's crazy. I mean, Harding has the most craziest rushing attack the defense, Division II's ever seen. 6,300 plus rushing yards this year, and 7.9 yards per carry. They're going to be really hard to stop. So let's see what happens, man. It's going to be a really fun game. And there we go for Division 2. All right, now let's run over now to the NAIA and talk about the semis there, because we are semifinaling there as well, man. And this is going to be fun. I like this. It's going to be really fun. We have here 4 teams that, I mean, my gosh. 2 of them, I don't even know how they got there. Just kidding. But it's crazy. Oh, actually, one of them, I don't know how they got there. This year, we said the top 4 teams: Grandview, Kaiser, Morningside, and Benedictine. Well, Teran, you always know somebody's got to have a bad season, unfortunately. And Morningside is the one who had a couple losses. They made it to the playoffs. They struggled. They fizzled. And that was that. But freaking College of Idaho. There's always got to be one crazy one in there. And these guys were crazy. So we have here 2 really fun games. And today is going to be really cool. I really hope we can find this one somewhere. So I don't know. Does it say anywhere on there?
It doesn't say. All it just says is life stats.
Oh man, he's kidding. I mean,
maybe it's on the school's respective website. Maybe Kaiser has like a stream to their respective website.
That'd be cool. I really hope so, because this is
we'll
gonna
see.
Be fun. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm really excited. So, all righty. Well, with that said, man, let's get the show on the road. NAIA football coming your way. We got some championship stuff going on here. There's a lot here. Got a lot on the NAIA, man, because they really push. I love their marketing. The NAIA, man, it's low key, but they really go all out on their website. They give you some really cool stuff. I was able to put together some cool previews from it and everything. It's really, really, really cool. I love the NAIA, man. Great football, and it's great stuff all the way around. So, all right, let's do it, man. So, first game. Number 5, Benedictine, 12-1. Number 1, Grandview, 12-1 or 12-0. So the first semifinal sets up a familiar clash in Des Moines, good old Iowa, as number 1 Grandview, the defending champions, hosts number 5 Benedictine for the 9th meeting in program history and 2nd this season. When the teams met on September 6th, turnovers proved decisive. The Vikings forced 3 takeaways in a 27-24 win, despite being outgained by more than 130 yards. That game reflected the defining theme of this matchup: strength meeting strength. Benedictine brings one of the NAIA's most physical rushing attacks, averaging 231 yards per game, all behind All-American caliber back Xavier Ugori. Oh, sorry, Ugorigi, I think. Um, while Grandview counters with a defense allowing just 80 yards rushing per game. So we have a rushing giant versus a rushing giant stopper. So that's going to be fun. That rushing attack has powered Grandview through an unbeaten season. With two elite defenses that thrive on takeaways and two offenses built on efficiency rather than flash, the semifinal figures to be decided by discipline, field position, and which team capitalizes on the few mistakes that arise. This is going to be a really fun game. It's going to be hard to pick a winner, but we're going to pick a winner. What you got, Teran?
It's the battle of two consistent NAIA programs. That being said, look, the first meeting was close, but I think Grandview now has a good idea of what to expect from Benedictine. I think it's going to be another close one, but I think Grandview is going to need to lean more on their offense just because I don't think Benedictine is going to be turning the ball over 3 times like that ever again. So I'll take Grandview, but it's going to be a close one. I think Grandview, look, they have the championship pedigree, and until I see someone having the answer for Grandview, I got to just stick with the hot hand and go with Grandview.
Let's see it. I think so. It's a hard one to pick because you definitely want to see, it's obviously cool seeing other teams up there and everything. But yeah, Darren, it's I think this one's kind of obvious. Even though Benedictine is going to be really, really, really good, this is kind of hard. Grandview got there. They're solid. They're number one in the country. They've been number one all year long. It's kind of hard to see them lose. But if they do, cool. Great job for Benedictine. They pulled off something great. But if you got to pick it before the game is played, obviously, I think the majority of us are all going to go Grandview like you did, and that's where I'm going as well. So, all right, Darren. Well, there is game number 1 in the semifinals. Now, game number 2 is a little more interesting. Game number 2 is going to be really fun here. So here it comes. Game number 2. Number 8, College of Idaho, 11-1 at number 2, Kaiser, 11-0. The second semifinal offers a compelling matchup and a clash of contrasting styles. As number 2, Kaiser welcomes number 8, College of Idaho, to West Palm Beach with a spot in the national championship on the line. The Seahawks defeated the Yotes 28-21 in the 2023 semifinals on the same field. But College of Idaho arrives this time with momentum after knocking off previously unbeaten Montana Tech behind a dominant ground performance. The Yotes lean heavy on a physical rushing attack that ranks 7th nationally, led by Riley Byington, who has surged into NAIA's top 10 in rushing. Kaiser, meanwhile, has been one of the most efficient teams in the country all season, excelling on third down and pairing a top 10 scoring offense with a defense allowing just 15.8 points per game. Quarterback Shea Spencer has been razor sharp when called upon, while the Seahawks' ability to control tempo and limit mistakes has defined their undefeated run. With both teams fielding top-tier defenses and proven postseason experience, this semifinal sets up a chess match where sustained drives, red zone execution, and late game composure will likely determine who advances to Fort Worth. This is a crazy game, Tanner. This is gonna be way closer, I think, than the other game. Who you got?
Yeah, I think it's going to be closer than everyone expects it to be. I mean, College of Idaho, you got to like the little mean streak that they're on. I think what they did in the previous round was absolutely amazing. That being said, Kaiser has just been on a tear this entire season overall. And my old MO is until I see someone finding the answer to take down said other team. I got to go with the hot hand and say Kaiser's going to win. But College of Idaho is really going to make Kaiser work for that win. I think Kaiser, if they're thinking that this is going to be an easy matchup, they have another thing coming. So Kaiser will win, but it'll be in a close one.
I'm totally with you. I think Kaiser's going to have a really, really hard time with these guys. I really like College of Idaho. Oh my gosh, it'd be crazy if they won. I would love to see Benedictine in College of Idaho. That'd be fun, right? But I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're going to see another battle between Kaiser and number one, of course. It's going to be a 1 versus 2. This is almost like a Hutchinson and Iowa Western kind of deal here, because I truly feel that this team is just, both these teams got the hot hand. So give me Kaiser by a little bit, but man, wouldn't it be crazy to see the upsets? So, all right, Teran, off to the FCS. This one should be quick because, well, we're here. We already got one game played yesterday. Congratulations to Montana State. They power passed Stephen F. Austin to lock in a semifinal spot using balance, physicality, and big play execution. The Bobcats continue to look every bit like the national title threat that they've been all year. 44-28, they won this thing yesterday, and, well, they moved on rather quickly in the quarterfinal. Any thoughts on that at all, Teran? Because, I mean, that was just a beatdown. Well, it wasn't a beatdown, but they won this game, and honestly, it was pretty handedly.
Well, I know my buddy Daryl Trujillo was rooting for Stephen F. Austin, but let's be honest with ourselves. Montana State was going to win this one without a doubt. Montana State has the experience. I just don't think that Stephen F. Austin had the offense to keep up with a good team like Montana State. So Montana State has been here before, and they've been here, done that. So Montana State, I knew they were going to win.
And they look great. They got it done. They look strong. And, well, they're on to the next round. So, all right, Teran, finishing off the quarterfinals today, we got 3 games. Villanova at 11-2. Tarleton State at 12-1. Power versus pedigree here. Villanova hits the road to face off against a physical Tarleton State team who, again, these guys were just Division II, like what, last year, 2 years ago, and they're just dominating, man. They're dominating, man. I love this year. This has been such a fun year for them. Can the Wildcats playoff experience slow down the Texans' ground game, or does Tarleton defend home turf and punch ticket to semifinal? What do you got?
Well, Villanova's win over Lehigh was pretty impressive, if you ask me. They went from high-scoring affair in the first round to defensive, like, chess match in the second round, and they wound up winning that. That being said, I picked against Tarleton State last week, and that was a massive regret. So after picking against Tarleton State last week, I'm not going to pick against them. This time I'm picking Tarleton State to beat Villanova.
That's a good pick. I like them. I love the Cats. I think Villanova's amazing. They have a great football team there. But, dude, I just can't. I'm loving it. We're in the same wheelhouse today, man. Tarleton State, I'm all for the little team coming up to the next division and dominating. I love it. So these guys, it just goes to show you how long they've belonged there. So, or, they belong there now. So great stuff. I love it. I think that's a great, great game. All right, man. Next up, we have another great game here. South Dakota at 10-4. Montana, the Grizzlies at 12-1. Big stage, big crowd, big stakes. South Dakota brings a bruising run game into Missoula to challenge explosive Montana in one of the loudest environments in FCS football. A semifinal berth hangs in the balance, and you have who, Teran?
Oh, man. So, look, what South Dakota did last week against Mercer, I did not expect. I did not expect Mercer to just lay a goose egg. That being said, I think Montana State gets the job done. It's not going to be an easy one. I think Montana's going to need to grind this one out, so I'll take Montana over South Dakota.
I agree. I think so as well. Montana's a great football team. We know they're gonna bring it. South Dakota's been dominant. I love it. They've had a great year, a year that I didn't think they were gonna have. But congratulations to the Coyotes, man. They've really, really done well. But yeah, I got to go with Montana. Next game and the final one of the FCS quarterfinals. Illinois State 10-4. And guess who, Teran? 9-3 UC Davis. Those Aggies that have been trotting along this year. Fresh off a shocker, Illinois State looks to keep its Cinderella run alive. But UC Davis has been rolling at home all season. Redbirds versus Aggies with a trip to the semifinal on the line. Who you got?
Look, Illinois State had a very good win over North Dakota State, but this time they got to go out west to take on UC Davis. And you said it best. UC Davis has been a force to be reckoned with in its home on its home field. So I think Illinois State keeps this close, but I think Davis and its high-powered offense will get the job done. So give me the Aggies.
I agree. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a really fun game. Give me the Aggies too. I want to see them win, and I think they deserve it. So there you go, Teran. All done with the FCS. Let's roll into the FBS, man, because we got a really fun game to talk about right now. Of course, this is a game between two of our service academies that we all love to watch in this second week of December. And this, of course, is the Army-Navy game. This is 126th, crazy, 126th Army-Navy game, and it sets up a classic clash of familiarity and physicality. But I got to go ahead and just start giving on my my prediction. I think the Eggs leans on Navy. While Army continues to lean heavily on the run, the Black Knights, they lack a little explosiveness this year. I don't know, recent seasons, they've been really good. This year, I just don't see that. So making them easier to defend in a game where margins are razor thin. So Navy's offense, led by Blake Horvath and Alex Texa, is more multidimensional, pairing elite rushing production with improved efficiency through the air under OC Drew Cronick's and evolved option system. So with both teams on extra rest and weather unlikely to be a factor, thankfully, I just feel like Navy's superior yards per play profile and ability to generate chunk plays give the midshipmen the advantage in this one. It's a low scoring. It'll be a low scoring battle, I think, but it'll be a grinded out battle. I'm going to go Navy by 6. Now, why did I start out like that with a prediction? Because this game is just too fun to not pick immediately. I love this game. It's going to be a really good game. But overall, man, this game's history has been awesome. 126 years of these two going at it, and I love it. The Army-Navy game has been something to watch for years and years and years. And I mean, these two, again, just awesome games. Some of them are blowouts, whatever. We actually have the all-time series. Navy leads 63, 55, and 7. I don't know. This is going to be pretty fun. Navy's already won 1 last year. Can they go for 2 straight? We'll see. There's my prediction. There's my thoughts. Teran, what you got?
So in the last 9 meetings, I think Army has a 5-4 edge. But this time, I think Navy will tie that gap, and I think Navy extends its, I wouldn't say dominance, but it's pretty much edge over over Army. So I'll take Navy. I think before Navy was unranked, Army was looking to try to knock off Navy for a ranked Navy team for the first time since I think the 1970s or something. But either way, I got Navy winning this one. I think Navy has had themselves a fantastic season. I don't see Navy slowing down for anything against Army. I think it'll be close in the beginning, but I think Navy pulls away in the second half and wins this one quite convincingly.
I think so too. It should be a fun game. I would hope that Army gives a nice, good battle here. But yeah, overall, I just can't see anybody but Navy winning this one here. Should be fun though. I mean, I don't know, really cool too, man. I mean, it's really, I did not know, like, Army Navy has some really cool stuff here. I did not know this, that there are different academies. Well, both of these academies, they're the only 2 academies that have the underlying academies that actually do not cost you a year of eligibility. Crazy, right, Teran? So one day I really got to looking at this, and I thought this was pretty cool. So we have, I'm looking for my notes right now because this is just a kind of a random thought, but this was really cool because I was like, oh my gosh, like that's neat. So for players out there trying to play some football, and you want to go into the service academies and everything, obviously, you get everything for free, but then, obviously you got to give, like, I think it's like 4 or 5 years of service, which is really cool in return. so you get to do both. It's really cool. You get U.S. MAPS and U.S. NAPS. Those are the two service academies that are underneath. So they're like the junior colleges, but they're not really junior colleges. These are like the JUCO versions of the service academies. So if you're not quite ready yet and you join, just to beef you up and get you started, kind of like a junior college, those are two junior college like that they go to for an extra year before they play, which is pretty cool. And there's multiple options within there. You can play like up to like a couple of years before you're even a freshman at one of the service academies. Isn't that pretty cool?
Yeah, that is just breaking news to me. That's awesome.
Right? I mean, dude, I got a full-on thing about this. Like, it is so crazy, man. Like, I really love how they got this, man. I mean, I think this is if you ever noticed too, some of the service academies, they look bigger, they look older, because some of them are like a 20-year-old freshman or 21 even sometimes, because they'll go through like different parts of it. But it's pretty crazy, man. They have they also have Army. I didn't even know this. The only Army and Navy are the only two programs in all of the FBS that actually still have JV football teams. So kind of crazy. Just like high school, some of these guys can play a JV game and then still play, like, probably not start, but still play in the game that week. Kind of like JV football. Like, you can play, like, you know what I mean? Kind of crazy. So NAPS and MAPS. We have the NAPS, which is the Navy, and then US MAPS, which is the Army. Pretty cool, man. I mean, there are so many different things here. But yeah, you can actually, if you're like a sophomore, I think, a freshman or a sophomore, you can actually play a couple of years and see if it's okay if it's right for you. I did not know this either, Teran. You do not have to sign your commit to the military until your junior year.
That's crazy.
And it's cool because the service academies, both of them, offer, hey, we're going to give you a taste. If you feel that the military is not for you, obviously you have to pay us 2 years back, of schooling, but they won't, like, you're not locked into a contract to join the military after. Crazy, right? I think that's pretty cool. I like that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think the service academies are so cool. And I honestly urge anybody out there, any youngsters out there watching right now who are, between maybe going to the military if you wanted to, or playing football. This is a great opportunity. I love this. I went digging this year just to find out more about the service academies, like I said, and I think this is really cool. Now, interestingly enough, not all academies offer this. I learned that the Air Force Academy actually doesn't have these options. There's Blue making another appearance. Hello, Blue. How are you? She's cruising around back here. She's doing her thing. So she's all poofed out with her winter coat on. She's cheering on. She'll be watching some football with me today. But yeah, Darren, get some crazy news here, right, about that. So more on that, I guess we'll talk about that another time. But cool stuff here for the service academies. Regardless, I got to go with the Navy today. And some of these guys will be playing, one more time here before they go off to their service. And, I don't know, but we'll probably see them in bowl games and everything. But overall, man, I'm really excited. Looking forward to it. And I'm loving it, man. Love the Army-Navy game. And looking forward to these guys. Thank you to all the brave women and men who fight for us and for our country to give us these awesome freedoms, like doing a Saturday morning podcast throughout the college football season. Well, and NFL season. So we appreciate you guys. So with that, Teran, all right. We're going Navy.
Yes.
We're going Navy. Right.
Something to note is that I actually did cover a high school football player this year who's committed to Army. So nice. Army, I know this season hasn't been the most ideal, but better times are ahead with the player that I'm about to name, Lenny Ibarra. He is the do-it-all man. He plays offense. He can play defense. He also can be a kicker. So you've got some better days ahead of you, Army.
Let's go, Lenny. That's awesome, man.
Just make sure you play him. Otherwise, you will lose by 50. I'm kidding. If you play him, you'll win by 50.
It's that easy, Army. Come on now, guys. I'm excited for him, man. Let's go. I want to see him out there play. I'm looking forward to seeing him one day, Teran. You and I will be talking about him in this game. So looking forward to that. And always a great Great game between these two service academies. Love it. They get their own week to themselves. I absolutely love it. I think this is well deserved. And there it is. So, all right, Teran. Well, let's go ahead and just continue on really quick. We do have some bowls to play, of course, starting off today. We got about 20 minutes left in the show exactly. So we're going to run through these really quick, but it's just a lot. We're going to do it how we usually do. So it always gives us something more to talk about every single week. We're not going to preview every single bowl game. We're going to look at the ones that are coming up today and obviously throughout the year. We're going to talk about the ones coming up just throughout the week. Kind of cool. Today, I guess it kind of counts. Not like it's not going to count. It's FCS. We have the Celebration Bowl. The 9-3 South Carolina State. These guys, man, the Bulldogs are coming to play, taking on Prairie View A&M Panthers. They are 10-3. First bowl game, man, is getting underway in about 15 minutes. So, first bowl game of the year, Teran, who you got?
Well, last year you and I both tied for the same record in terms of the bowl game picks.
Yeah.
I'll take Prairie View A&M to win this one.
That'll be fun. I like that one. Good old Prairie View. I'm going to go Prairie View as well. They look like a little bit better team. So there you have it. So there we go. We got the FCS there. And now for today, we actually do start some bowl games. And the first one coming on up, it's right in our neck of the woods, Teran, the Bucked Up LA Bowl. Boise State at 9-4, taking on Washington at 8-4. It's the last time they'll be representing the Mountain West as they head to the new Pac-12. This is a fun game, Darren. We got some good stuff here in SoFi. I like it. Let's kick off bowl season right here in our own backyard. Who you got?
This was going to be an interesting game, but I'm actually going to go with Washington. Even though Washington is not the best away team, this is kind of a neutral site field, and Washington has proven that they can win in Southern California. I just think Washington's a little bit more battle-tested being from the Big Ten, so give me the Huskies.
This is a good one. I like it. I think so. Huskies look a little bit better, but hey, Boise State, man, these guys I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be so much fun. I am just really excited for this. So looking forward to a great start for these guys in the new Pac-12, and let's go. Let's go get it, man. So yeah, Huskies, but I think we're going to see these two fighting a lot more soon. Hopefully Washington comes back to the Pac-12. All right. So next up,
Washington. Got it.
Yeah. Right. Washington. All right. So we have Tuesday, Troy at 8-5, Jackson State at 8-5. Well, we have to make these quick. It kind of sucks. We're running out of time already. But who you got? This will be a fun game.
I'll go with Troy. I mean, it'll be a close one, but both these teams are evenly matched. Give me Troy.
Give me Troy too. I think they're a little bit better, but this should be a fun little game here. Troy it is. Next up, we got Old Dominion. And by the way, that's in the Veterans Bowl, by the way. It's the IS4S Salute to Veterans Bowl. Next up on Wednesday, we have two games. Old Dominion at 9-3 taking on South Florida, who started the season with a bang. Then they kind of fizzled, but they're still 9-3. It's crazy. In the Staff DNA Cure Bowl. And we also have Louisiana at 6-6 and Delaware at 6-6 in the 68 Ventures Bowl. That's a fun one.
So South Florida, Old Dominion, look, since Colton Joseph entered the transfer portal, there's no way Old Dominion wins this one. I got South Florida winning by 50 plus.
He said 50 plus. Yeah, I think so too. I got to go South Florida. They played it hard this year. They dominated. They did well. I like them. I think they had a really good season. I think they're going to be pretty well. How about the Ventures Bowl?
You know what? Screw it. I'll take Delaware to win this one. I got the Blue Hens winning this one. I think this is going to be one of those weird bowl games where Delaware pulls off a win out of their hats. So I'll take the Blue Hens.
You know, that sounds fun. These guys look good. They look sharp. They look like a team ready to roll. Give me the Blue Hens too. Obviously, Terry and I get a lot of the same picks sometimes, but Blue Hens it is. And, well, let's see here. Let's do... Actually, you know what's funny, Teran? You and I don't even got to do this right now. I totally forgot. We got Eric's show tomorrow that we can do our previews on. So,
duh.
So I was like, you know what? Let's save the NFL. Let's get to the NFL really quick because I said we got to scram soon. But those some couple quick bowl games for us there to pick. Let's get on over to the NFL. Where are we at? Let's get over to the NFL with our final we got about 15 minutes left. So there are some thoughts there. Obviously, this week, man, we're going to just kind of quickly preview. As we said it already tonight, Boise State and Washington in the Bucked Up LA Bowl. We have Tuesday, the 16th, Troy taking on Jacksonville State and the Salute to Veterans Bowl. Wednesday, again, we're just talking about Old Dominion versus South Florida in the Cure Bowl. And then Louisiana taking on Delaware, 6-6, both of those teams in the 68 Ventures Bowl. Thursday, Xbox Bowl. All right. Missouri State, first year as an FBS team, 7-5. They had a pretty good year, man. Arkansas State at 6-6. And then, of course, next Friday, we have here 3 bowl games, some fun ones. Myrtle Beach Bowl, Kennesaw State 10-3, Western Michigan 9-4, Memphis 8-4, NC State 7-5, and the Gasparilla Bowl. And then, of course, we have the first college football playoff or first rounder here. Number 9 Alabama versus number 8 Oklahoma. So that's going to be all this week until we see you next week, obviously on Saturday morning. But of course, we'll be picking all those games. Some of them you already heard, but we'll be picking those coming up on tomorrow's show. So looking forward to that after the NFL. So, or I guess during the NFL before Sunday Night Football. So, all right, Teran. Now we got about 15 minutes left, actually about 14, to jump on over to the NFL. Now, the NFL, again, we started off started off the show today talking about the craziness that was. And this year has been something. It's been something. Thursday Night Football was really fun. Now we're going to head on into Sunday's batch. And we got a bunch of them to talk about. I guess we'll go semi-rapid fire. Eagles look to handle business at home. Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley. Yeah, Raiders look like crap. This is a no-brainer, right, Teran?
Or not? About the Raiders, you said?
Raiders and Eagles.
You know, the Eagles have been struggling quite a bit, but don't take this the wrong way, Larry. The Raiders have been a dumpster fire. I'd be foolish not to go with the Eagles. I mean, this is do or die for the Eagles. I mean, Raiders are just playing for pride, and they're starting Kenny Pickett. So give me the Eagles Eagles.
The Raiders are horrible. I love them. I always got to pick my team. I have to, but obviously I know they're going to lose horribly and be embarrassed again. So Eagles win, but obviously I'm always going Raiders. Sadly. So, yeah, that's kind of a no-brainer for me. All right. Caleb Williams and the Bears host Cleveland with playoff momentum on the line. Chicago's defense has been opportunistic. Can the Browns keep pace in Soldier Field?
I'm going to go with the Bears. Bears need a big bounce back, and they got to keep pace with the rest of the NFC. I'll take the Bears in this one.
Yeah, I just don't see how... The other dumpster fire in the NFL besides the Jets is the Browns. So yeah, now I mean I'm almost positive here that this is going to be just maybe a beatdown. I don't know, but I'm almost sure that the Bears will win this thing. Okay, next up, Ravens at Bengals. Ooh, that's a fun one, right? Because the Bengals now are a little different looking. Lamar Jackson versus Joe Burrow with division pride on the line. Also, division or playoff implications are kind of a big deal in this one. AFC North battle. This is a fun one, man. 0 love lost in this one. This one could swing the entire AFC picture, in my opinion. So what do you got?
This one's a tough one. I mean, Ravens have been struggling altogether offensively. Bengals did... You know what? I mean, but the Bengals, they don't have T. Higgins. They won't have T. Higgins. Joe Burrow, if you saw his press conference this week, he actually said something that I think most people were surprised about. But that being said, this is do or die for the Ravens. They got to win this one. I'll take the Ravens.
I'm with you. I think so too. I think the Ravens know. Burrow, hey, he's just coming back. The Ravens need this. This is big. This is really big. So, all right, Mahomes versus Herbert at Arrowhead, and both teams desperately need it. The Chiefs are fighting to stay alive, while the Chargers look to solidify their standing. This is a fun freaking game on Sunday.
If there's ever a must-win for the Chiefs, it's this one. If they lose this one, it's pretty much their
Yeah.
playoff hopes are pretty much dashed. But the Chargers have a chance to end I wouldn't say the Chiefs dynasty, but the Chiefs playoff hopes. So I'm obviously going to roll with the Chargers, but this one's going to be a tough one, especially since the Chargers are on such a short week. So give me the Bolts to win this one. I'm hoping they can finally sweep the Chiefs in terms of this season series, but this one's going to be tough.
It will be. I don't know, dude. I guess the Chiefs are they're just funny looking, and right now I just don't see it. Give me the freaking Chargers. I just think that this team's got it. They're here. They're ready for it. They're ready to ball. This will be a really fun game, but I don't know. Maybe the Chiefs hang on and they freaking fight and make it happen, but I don't know. I guess this might be the season for them, man. So congrats, Teran. Of course, we got to play the game first, but I don't know. I feel like the Chargers.
I'm really hoping the Chargers pull this one off.
I think they can. They just got to make it happen now. So should be a really fun game. I love this. So this one should probably be the best. This should be like this. I wish this was Sunday Night Football.
There's a lot of good games this week.
Yeah, I mean Sunday Night Football this week is but I wish that one should be Sunday night. I just really, yeah. So, alrighty. So next one up here, we have two rebuilding teams collide at MetLife. Young quarterbacks, young rosters, and a chance to build momentum heading into 2026. Raise Hail versus NY Giants. Who you got?
This is the toilet bowl for this week. I hate to say it. I don't think Jaden Daniels is starting for the Commanders, so I'll take the Giants.
Yeah, I think the Giants too. The Commanders they were over when they lost Daniels, and I think that they're still over now. And I don't even know. Last year was just a flash in the pan. I hate to say it. That was such a good season, such a really cool way to even end the season. They made it so far, but this team is completely gone backward again. But at least they got one season. The Raiders can't even give us that to the Raider fans. So they got one season where they got to cheer and be excited and get them that far. So yeah. So anyway, yeah, I just don't see it. I gotta go. This is a weird game. Giants, I guess. I don't know. It's like it's a weird football game. So all right. Well, there goes that one. Next up, Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars defend their home turf against a Jets team still searching for consistency. Jacksonville looks to keep control of the AFC South. Who you got?
The Jets are starting Brady Cook at quarterback. So
who the hell is that?
That just goes to show where the Jets are in terms of their quarterback room. Give me Duval.
Duval it is. These guys, I'm sure, they've had a really crazy season. They've had a good season, and I'm very impressed this year with Jacksonville. I mean, it's still not saying much because they're still Jacksonville. But let's see what they can do. I'm almost positive they'll win this game. They're starting who?
Brady Cook.
Brady Cook. Where is he out of?
Sounds like Missouri. That would be my guess. But, all
good.
He is actually out of Missouri. I got that right.
Out of Mizzou?
I didn't even look that up until now. I just guessed Missouri. So, yeah, he's a former Missouri Tiger, but he was undrafted. So,
good call, Teran.
That name sounded familiar.
Right. We talk so much football on the show. Sometimes with the names we just recognize, sometimes we don't. But yeah, I guess wow. Great stuff there, Teran. Good stuff. But all right. So that was funny. All right. Next up. CJ Stroud and the Houston Texans host Arizona as the Texans push towards the postseason. Can the Cardinals keep it close, or will Houston's defense take over?
Houston is on a heater defensively. They are not going to slow down by any means.
No.
Give me the Texans over the Cardinals.
All day long, a million times over. I just don't, yeah. I am with you so much in that one. Yeah, I guess this is sad. Poor Cardinals. One of the best matchups of the week, Jordan Love versus Bo Nix at Mile High with playoff energy written all over it. The Broncos, the fans don't even know whether to be excited or not because they haven't seen this in a while. This one feels like January football. Who you got?
I'm going to take the Packers. Broncos are due for a loss. Even though they are undefeated at home, I think the Packers come into Mile High and they win. Also, you got to remember, Toyotathon Jordan Love is a whole different breed.
True. So let's see. That's a fun game. To me, that's really fun. I love that game. All right, next up, we have offensive fireworks expected in Los Angeles this weekend because there's two quarterbacks who used to wear that other jersey, of course. And we'll see, where are we at on time? All right, well, we're going to be cueing that music right now. But what do you got? Nakua versus Gibbs. Two NFC contenders collide. Lions and Rams. Who we got?
Lions secondary is beaten up. I got to go with the Rams. Plus, the Rams need this win in the worst way just because Thursday they've got the Seahawks.
They do. That's a fun game. So, okay, yeah, I got to go, though, in this one. I'm going Rams. I got to go Rams. This is a fun game. But, yeah, good old one pride. The Rams have been the freaking cream of the crop this year, man. I mean, they really have. I love this team. I think that they have so much upside to them right now. This team's got football to play for a while now. Alrighty. Next up, we got Panthers at Saints. No bother for the previews, I guess. We're almost out of time. But Panthers at Saints, man. The Saints, they look like crap. The Panthers got new life.
The Saints have pretty much they have had the Panthers number, but I'll take the Panthers for this one. Don't be surprised if the Saints do win this, though.
If they do win, good for them. That just goes to show you the Panthers aren't truly, they're not truly
serious.
Yeah, they're not. No. So, all right, San Francisco looks to handle business at home, but they're facing a really horrible Titans team. All right. The Niners win this one easy, or do they win it easy?
Niners are going to win this one really easy.
Oh, really easy. Okay, I didn't have that as an option. Teran made his own. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm totally with you on that one. Alrighty. Next up, we have Colts at Seahawks. Jonathan Taylor versus Seahawks surging offense at Lumen Field. This should be a fun little game, yeah?
Yeah, the Colts might actually start Philip Rivers at QB.
Oh my God!
Sources are saying that Rivers might be activated before the Seahawks game, but I gotta go with the Seahawks. As much as I love Philip Rivers, look, this is gonna be his first game in over 1,800 days. I gotta go roll with the Seahawks. Their defense has been on a heater, and plus the Seahawks need this win because Thursday they've got the Rams, and that'll be for first place in the NFC West.
Which is freaking crazy, right? I mean, yeah, dude, we're having some fun with this one. Sunday Night Football, of course, we're going to have our big old preview on this one, but a little bit of a sneak preview. Vikings at Cowboys this week. I like that one.
That one's going to be an interesting game, but you're actually missing one game. You're missing Bills Patriots.
Oh, well, that was my next one.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, Bills Patriots.
Cowboys Vikings will be interesting. I think Cowboys win though.
I'm with you. I am totally with you on that one. Okay, next up, one more time, Bills Patriots. Who you got in that one?
I'm gonna take the Bills because Patriots are due for a loss. I think the Bills keep their AFC East hopes alive.
They are. That's a fun one for dang sure. I was saving that one because of the Dynasty deal earlier, but we kind of ran out of time on that one. So
my bad.
It's all good. All right, and last but not least, let's go ahead and check the music real quick. Monday Night Football, Dolphins, Steelers. That's another fun one.
Steelers, I'll take them even though TJ Watt's not playing.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm kind of with that one too. So we'll see how that one goes. Teran, it has been a fun show. Come on, boy, Teran Rodriguez from me, boy Larry B. We'll see you tomorrow. Until then, take care, and as always, God bless. Peace!
Peace!